What's up guys, welcome back to JodabeniTV. Today's another amazing day to get after, and we're going to be better today than we were yesterday. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the USA soccer pyramid. Hi there, my name is Jodabeni and I'm a Division 1 soccer player. I just played at UTRGV, and pretty much today I'm going to be showing you guys the whole soccer pyramid in the USA. And the way I pretty much structured this video is I will be mentioning those leagues that I believe will play a big part to anybody who's trying to reach the professional levels in the United States. So any, leagues that I will leave out is probably because, in my opinion, I believe they won't help you as much as these I'm going to show you. So let's get right into it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And any other questions or inquiries, you can put in the comment section below. You can message me on my Instagram too, but that's kind of stacked right now. So I most likely will see if you leave in the comment section down below. So at the top of the US soccer pyramid, it's actually the MLS, the Major League Soccer. So in the whole, of the United States, this is the #1 goal you want to be at. This shows that you are an elite soccer player here in North America. And if you're a player coming from overseas and you want to come to the United States, maybe to play in other leagues, our goal is to all reach the MLS because obviously that's the highest level and they also pay the best. And currently the MLS has a total of 27 teams, while 3 of those are based in Canada. And the league is pretty much split into 2 conferences. You have the Western and Eastern Conference. So on this chart that I've made, right under the MLS, we pretty much have our USL Championship right next to the MLS Reserve League. But first, let's take a look at the USL Championship. The USL Championship has a total of 31 teams, and it's also split with the Western and Eastern Conference. If you look at the MLS Reserve, they're gonna be coming back. They got removed back in 2011, and they're gonna be coming back next year in 2022. The reason why I put it right next to the USL Championship is because there's several USL Championship teams who are optating out of the USL Championship, who are gonna be joining the MLS Reserve League. So a lot of MLS teams who had a second team, they're gonna be taking them out of the USL leagues and put them all together to have their own competitions. And the reason why I put these right next to the USL Championship, right next to the MLS, is because when they need players to move up, they're not gonna be reaching to the 3rd division anymore. They're gonna go straight to the MLS Reserve and bring them up. And the reason why they did all of this is because whenever an MLS team needs to take a player out of the USL Championship, there's more fees. But if you're just taking a player from your own second reserve team, you pay nothing, and it's also going to benefit the transition from players who are coming from the MLS Next that aren't ready to be in the MLS itself. They can play them in the MLS Reserve League. So pretty much for 3rd tier, we have our NISA and our USL League 1. Unfortunately, because there's no relegation in the United States, teams can't climb all the way to the MLS, and MLS teams can't, fall down all the way to NISA or USL League 1. So that means, unfortunately, NISA teams and USL League 1 teams will unfortunately have to stay there and look pretty unless there's a lot of money involved to help the team move up to the next league. Because as of 2020, there was at least 1 team from the NISA that actually got the chance to move up to the USL Championship, and this year is going to be their first year competing in the USL Championship. And as of right now for NISA, there's a total of 10 teams. And for the USL League 1, there's a total of 12 teams. And those teams aren't competing with the USL Championship teams, so you can't be confused about that. They're going to be competing against themselves in their own league. And players can get sold in either one of these tiers, which is a good thing. Even though a team can't move up, you can play better, and hopefully if you have a good agent, they can get you to a higher level, higher division, and eventually, be where you want to be. So the top 3 tiers that I have listed are all the professional tiers. So once you play there, you're considered 100% a professional in the United States of America and in the world. So if you wanted to go back and play college, you'll be 100% ineligible because you are officially a professional soccer player. So to recap on the professional tiers, we have in first place, we have the MLS, and right under we have the USL Championship, and the MLS Reserve League. That's just my prediction that they're gonna be right next to the USL Championship. And then when we look at Tier 3, we have our NISA and our USL League 1. So, besides playing professionally, you know, not everybody's gonna be making it. It's gonna be hard. So what other options do you have that can help you climb to those professional levels? So right under there, we have our, you know, I would call these our higher tier developmental leagues, because, you know, a lot of these leagues, you have grown men, maybe players who are good enough to play in the USL Championship, but they just never found the opportunity, or they never got a coach to say, yes, join my team. They end up playing in these leagues. So for these leagues, I have listed the UPSL, the NCAA, and for the NCAA, it all varies, you know. There's NCAA Division 1, 2, and 3, but I just put them all together to make it easier for you guys to see what level it is, because they're all in the same boat. And then we have the NPSL and USL League 2. All four of these leagues are non-professional leagues, but they're very high intense, and you know, these are a good pathway that you can have professional coaches looking at you if you're trying to make the jump next to it. Any other leagues that aren't there are probably not your best bet if you're trying to move up to the professional world, but these are where, you know, you can have a Division 1 team like my school, UCRGV. We play the Toros all the time, so that's a chance that those coaches can see you, and so on. And last but not least, at the very bottom of this chart, I have put the MLS Next, which, you know, is made after the DA finally closed everything. And the reason why I only put the MLS Next is because none of the other leagues, you know, for the youth over there, pro teams really care about, you know? So there's no point for me to tell you to go over there, because your son or you won't be looked at if you're playing over there. So the reason why I put the MLS Next at, you know, at the bottom of the bottom is because that's the lowest level you can play, where can actually help you go to the MLS or the USL Championship. Because as of right now, the MLS is pushing towards signing younger kids. You know, they're doing this for a long-term gain. Sign them young, get them professional experience, so by the time they turn 18, they're crazy ballers, and you know, hopefully the United States can have a chance at the World Cup again. So that is why you see I added a bridge gapping the MLS Next with the MLS Reserve League or the USL Championship, because the USL Championship also has youth teams in MLS Next where kids can get professional contracts if they're performing well. And also in the MLS, like my friend Juan Castilla that signed with Houston Dynamo, he was straight youth, 15 years old, signs his professional contract with the MLS. And you know, if he was in any other youth team, probably those chances would be 0 to none. So that's the benefit of playing the MLS Next. You have the chance to skip all the fourth tier leagues. You don't even need to go to NPSL. You don't need to go to college. You don't need to go UPSL. You get to skip all of those. You get to skip USL League 1 and NISA, and you can go straight into the USL Championship, the MLS Reserve League, or the actual MLS team. And those are great, you know, opportunities to have being in the MLS Next. And the MLS Next goes all the way to the age of 19. And you know, the benefit is once you finish that, I mean, worst case scenario, you can still go play Division 1 in a college and still excel. But the chance, you know, not a lot of kids are gonna get the chance to go from the academy team all the way to a professional team. So today's video, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information regarding these leagues. Check out the links in my comment section below. I've made more specific videos for certain leagues, and I hope that can help you in more detail. And if you have any other questions or any other video you want to see next, be sure to hit me up on my Instagram, or let us know in the comment section down below. So, what league are you trying to play for, and what team? Let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, JodabeniTV is out.
I can feel my face, but nothing really cannot stop me till I fall. When